Hey everyone, Richard Robbins here. Well, we got the numbers for the Toronto Real Estate Board for the month of June. Now, a couple things I'm going to do different. Number one, when I get closer to the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the first 6 months, okay, of last year compared to the first 6 months of this year, because we're now halfway through the year. And the second thing I'm going to do, I also took all of the sales from last year, and I now know what percentage of all of the sales that took place in the first half compared to the second half, so give you an idea what to expect as we move into the second half of the year. So let's look at this. Sales, we go along, we can see January did 4,000, February 5,000, March 7,200, April just over 9, May roughly 10,000, and we went down to 8,860, which was down by 11.3%. Now, in all fairness, every market that we report on, the sales were down in June from May in all of them, which is very common in a lot of cases because May is generally a very strong month. We get into June, what happens? You know, summer, kids getting out of school, everybody starts to relax a little bit more, so they're off a little bit. But again, what really matters is your strength of your market is months of inventory. Now again, how do I get that? Take the active listings at the end of the month, divide the sales into it, and tells you your months of inventory. 4 to 6 balanced, above 6 buyers, below 4 sellers. Well, look at your months of inventory here. We're at 3, strong market, 2.6, strong market, 2.2, stronger, 2, stronger, 2, stronger, 2.2. So if I look at, say, the last 4 months between 2.2 and 2 months of inventory, this is a very, very strong market, which is probably causing prices, we're here at 748, and now they're up to 833,000. Now what about last June compared to this June? So last June we did 8,000 sales. This June we did 8,860. So our sales were up by 10% over the same period last year. Look at prices. We were at 808 last June. We're now at 833. So our prices are up by 3%. And this is good growth, right? Not crazy growth, but healthy growth. Healthy growth. Not like it was a little while ago when the market was crazy. So here's your months of inventory. And if we take a look at this, you know, we got 2017, 2018 in yellow and 2019 here in white. You can see when the market was really crazy, we're at 1 month. Then of course, you know, foreign buyer tax, up we go. We get up to over 3 months of inventory here, and we ended the year at about 2.7. Then what we did is we started, you can see, we started 2018 at 3, came down, and then it went up a little bit here, which was actually through the spring, which was interesting, and we ended at 3 months of inventory. But look what's going on here. We started at 3, and look, it's down, 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 up slightly here, but not much. But there's where we were last year, and look where we are this year. So our market is stronger this year than it was at the same point last year, which is all good news. First half of the year, in 2018, you did 40,491 sales. We did 44,000 in the first half of 2019, up by 9%. Again, very, very nice number. Now here are your micro markets, and I was interested to see, are sales up in all property types? And they're not. Almost all property types. So look at this. If I take 416, and this was right here, 2018, and this is detached properties. So we did more detached sales, okay, in 2019 than 18. Semi-detached, we did more this year. Townhouses, we did more this year. But look at this, condos, we did less. Really interesting, right? So condo sales are lower this year than they were last year in 416, but everything else is up. Now, if you want to see this closer, you can pause this video, you can download the slides, but here's 905. 905, up in detached, up in semi-detached, up in townhouses, and up in condos. Interesting. So anyway, I put this together for you. I hope that's helpful. Now, if I look at the first half of last year, if I take all of the sales, okay, and what percentage happened in the first half opposed to the second half? 52% of the sales took place in the first half of last year and 48%. So not far off 50-50, but that tells us that more sales are going to take place in the first half, which makes sense, right? The busiest time of the year. So now as you're watching this, we're into the month of July. And one of the concerns I have as a coach when I'm talking to our coaching members is I say we got to be careful how we handle the summer. Because if we don't handle the summer, it can lead to a very slow fall. And let me explain why. You know, people come out at the beginning of the year, they're talking to people, they're sending emails, they're sending texts, they're reaching out, they're doing lead generation, they're in the game. Then all of a sudden we get to mid-June, you know, kids start getting out of school, and a lot of people go, well, I'm going to kick back and I want to enjoy the summer. And I'm all for enjoying the summer. However, where I get concerned is when I see coaching members that start cruising through the summer. Because, see, it's what we do in July and August that turns into business in September, October, and November. So what I'm suggesting to our coaching members, I'm saying this. What I think we should be doing is we should set goals for ourselves, and when we're working, let's work. When we're off, be off and enjoy your holidays. But when we're working, let's work. And let's make sure that we're still making those phone calls. We're still sending those texts. We're still sending the emails. We're still maybe recording and sending out videos, but we're still in the game. We're doing lead gen, we're doing lead follow-up, and we're trying to convert leads into appointments. And if we do that consistently through the summer on the days that we work, what's going to happen is you're going to have a much better September, October, and November. See, the challenge is if we just sort of kick back and we cruise through the summer, we get to Labor Day and then we say, okay, I'm going to get back at it in Labor Day. Well, by the time you get back at it to Labor Day, by the time you get it going, because real estate needs momentum, by the time you get it going, sometimes it's late October into November. Well, boy, Christmas is almost here, right? And the year's behind us. So I just want to encourage you to sort of stay in the game, to keep making the phone calls, to keep reaching out to people and stay in the game and start setting appointments. Even if you set them for the fall, that's okay, but start setting face-to-face appointments and you're going to have a much better fall and then you're going to have a much stronger second half. Hope this was helpful. Enjoy the summer and remember everybody, it's a beautiful life. Make it count.